Yes, adding a short warning about common morning mistakes that increase stroke risk is very worthwhile. It strengthens the educational value of your health script and motivates viewers to follow the recommended morning exercises. Early morning is a high-risk time for strokes, and simple actions, like jumping out of bed too quickly or stepping outdoors without warming up, can trigger cardiovascular emergencies. By explaining these risks gently and immediately showing how to avoid them, you improve both the persuasiveness and practical impact of your script. Morning hours, a peak stroke risk period. Medical evidence shows that stroke incidence is highest in the early morning hours. As we wake up, the body shifts from rest to full activity. Stress hormones surge, causing blood pressure and heart rate to rise sharply. After hours of sleep, we are also slightly dehydrated, which makes the blood thicker and harder to pump. Together, these factors create a perfect storm. Rising blood pressure and viscous blood can trigger a stroke or heart attack in vulnerable individuals. Doctors note that within the 24-hour cycle, stroke risk peaks around daybreak. Because of this natural circadian vulnerability, health experts emphasize starting the day gently. This is where your recommended wake-up routine becomes crucial. It allows the body to adjust gradually, rather than experiencing sudden blood pressure changes from abrupt movements. A brief explanation of why mornings are risky gives viewers essential context and answers the silent question, why should I bother doing morning stretches? The answer becomes clear. These small steps can literally save lives. The danger of sudden morning movements. One important warning to include is the risk of jumping straight out of bed. Rapid posture changes, quickly sitting or standing after lying down, can cause sudden spikes or drops in blood pressure. Cardiologists warn that bolting upright first thing in the morning can trigger serious health events. Standing too quickly may temporarily reduce blood flow to the brain or place extra strain on blood vessels. Mild cases cause dizziness or fainting. Severe cases can lead to ischemic or hemorrhagic stroke due to abrupt blood pressure shifts. For older adults or people with hypertension, leaping out of bed can even result in collapse, stroke, or heart attack. The risk is even higher in extreme heat or cold, when abrupt posture change combined with temperature stress shocks the body. To prevent this, doctors emphasize a slow, gentle routine upon waking, the exact routine your script promotes. Encourage viewers to follow these steps. Pause and breathe. Remain lying down for a minute and take slow breaths. Stretch in bed. Gently move arms and legs. Flex the feet. Rub the hands. Warm the muscles. Sit up slowly. Move into a sitting position gradually and stay seated for about a minute. Stand with support. Rise carefully and use the bed or a nearby surface if needed. These simple actions give the cardiovascular system time to stabilize, keeping blood pressure and brain blood flow steady instead of causing a sudden jolt. Cold mornings and the need to stay warm. Another morning hazard worth weaving into your script is the risk of exposure to cold air immediately after waking, especially during colder seasons. Transitional periods, like autumn shifting into winter, often bring sudden overnight temperature drops. Stepping outside into chilly morning air while your body is still warming up can be dangerous. Sudden cold causes blood vessels to constrict and blood pressure to rise as the body reacts to the temperature change. Specialists explain that an unexpected cold snap in the morning can sharply elevate blood pressure, potentially rupturing a blood vessel or dislodging arterial plaque, leading to a stroke or heart attack. In short, cold mornings can become a hidden trap, especially for those who are unprepared. A common mistake is going out to exercise very early without dressing warmly enough. Many people assume that the temperature will rise later and head out in light clothing while it is still dawn cold. But at daybreak, body temperature is low and blood is more concentrated after overnight fasting and reduced hydration. If someone hasn't had water or a light breakfast and suddenly exerts themselves in cold air, the risk of forming blood clots increases dramatically. These clots may travel to the brain and cause an ischemic stroke, or block coronary arteries and trigger a heart attack. Health experts warn that going out early without sufficient warm clothing is a major risk during cold weather. This danger is highest for people with underlying conditions such as hypertension, heart disease, or diabetes. But even healthy older adults may be vulnerable if they shock their bodies with cold air and sudden exertion. To make this point clear, your script can include a friendly reminder, such as, on chilly mornings, don't rush outside wearing only a thin shirt. Warm yourself up first. You can follow this with a practical tip segment. Drink a warm glass of water after waking to rehydrate. Eat a light snack to stabilize blood sugar. Dress warmly. Coat, scarf, hat, warm socks, layers. For older adults or those with high blood pressure, suggest delaying strenuous outdoor exercise until a bit later in the morning. After 6 o'clock, when sunlight and temperature are more stable. By adding these points, you alert viewers to a risk they might easily overlook, while immediately giving them actionable, positive solutions. This keeps the message reassuring and empowering, strengthening the script's impact with warnings. Including these morning warnings makes your health script more compelling and genuinely helpful. Here's why this small addition adds significant value. Enhances persuasion through awareness. When viewers understand the real consequences of everyday habits, they become more willing to change them. Mentioning, for example, that many strokes happen in the morning, or sharing a relatable anecdote about someone who experienced a stroke after getting up too quickly on a cold day, creates a sense of importance. This gentle form of fear appeal, paired with immediate solutions, motivates action without overwhelming the audience. It communicates, this is serious, but you can prevent it with simple steps. Educational value and credibility. Factual warnings backed by medical advice give your script more authority. Instead of just showing exercises, you're teaching why each step matters. Expert opinions, such as cardiologists cautioning against sudden posture changes, reinforce credibility and strengthen trust in Dr. Hanh, who appears knowledgeable and caring, correcting common misconceptions. Many people don't realize that simple morning actions, like how they get out of bed or how warmly they dress, can influence stroke risk. By addressing these misconceptions, you replace false confidence with healthier morning habits. You help them understand that risk is not random, and prevention is within reach. Seamless integration with solutions. These warnings blend naturally with the solutions you are already providing. You might open the video with a brief scenario, a person shivering outside too early or feeling faint after jumping out of bed. Then have Dr. Hanh explain, this can be dangerous for the heart and brain. But don't worry, just warm up properly and follow these easy exercises, and you'll be protecting yourself each morning. Because your target audience is middle-aged and older adults who appreciate a warm conversational tone, it's important to present these warnings in a gentle and relatable way. As Chow Min Han plans, maintaining a friendly everyday style is ideal. The warnings should feel like caring advice, not frightening predictions. For example, instead of saying, if you get up wrong, you might have a stroke, Dr. Hanh might speak gently. Many of us are used to jumping out of bed right away, but at our age, it's safer to slow down a little. In the morning, our body hasn't fully awakened yet, so standing up suddenly can make us dizzy and may even stress the heart. If we spend a few minutes stretching our arms and legs in bed before sitting up, it's much safer. This conveys the warning, don't jump up too quickly, but in a comforting, relatable way that doesn't frighten viewers. You can use the same approach for the cold weather warning. Gently remind viewers that early morning cold can cause blood pressure to spike, and encourage them to warm up properly and avoid exerting themselves too early in low temperatures. By keeping the language simple and reassuring, your audience will feel guided rather than alarmed. They'll think, Dr. Hanh truly cares about our well-being. She warns us about risks, but also shows us the right way to stay safe. This strengthens their trust and motivation. Remember that each warning should be immediately followed by a clear, simple remedy so viewers focus on the solution rather than the fear. Including a short section about morning stroke triggering mistakes adds significant value to your script. It supports the health message you want to deliver, promoting a slow, safe, and healthy morning routine. These educational warnings, such as "Don't jump out of bed too quickly because," or "Be careful with cold mornings because," make your content more persuasive, credible, and genuinely useful. You also provide viewers with actionable ways to prevent danger. Strokes peak in the morning, sudden posture change can be harmful, and cold exposure can raise stroke risk. With this balanced approach of warning plus solution, Dr. Hahn will appear caring, knowledgeable, and holistic in guidance. Your audience will appreciate learning these insights, especially when they are presented in a warm and practical tone.